Am I audible, guys? मेरी आवाज आ रही है? I think I'm audible, right? Am I audible? Okay. So I'm very sorry, there were some technical issues. Okay. So let's start with today's The Hindu analysis. And we are very sorry because of some technical issues. I was slightly late. So today is 21st February, and as we all know, from Monday to Thursday at 11 a.m. in the morning, we come up with The Hindu analysis. Yes. So let's start without wasting the time. Today is Tuesday and 21st February, and these two are actually important articles on the first page. So ये दोनों important article है. First है Biden visits Kyiv, pledges more military assistance. Then here is an article, Chhattisgarh Congress leaders face enforcement directorate searches. These two are important articles we will be discussing today. So let's talk about this one because this is the most important article as far as international relation is concerned. Joe Biden, the US president, actually suddenly arrives at Kyiv. I hope you are aware, Kyiv is the capital of Ukraine. So US President Joe Biden made a trip to Kyiv organized in strict secrecy. So he came with a strict secrecy, मतलब बिना बताए यानी बिना inform किए, without being informing. Actually he came promising $500 million, $500 million fresh arms delivery, etc. and all. So basically America is supporting Ukraine openly, and it has said कि it will be giving $500 million help to Ukraine to fight the Russia-Ukraine war. So this is actually 1 year of Russia-Ukraine war. I hope you are aware of that. एक साल हो गया है Russia-Ukraine war को, ठीक है? So just have an idea about it. So 1 year later, Kyiv stands. Biden makes unannounced trip to Kyiv ahead of Ukraine invasion anniversary. Pledges $500 million in new military aid. ठीक है? So आप देख सकते हो, he is Vladimir Zelensky, V. Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. This question was asked in CLAT also. And here is Joe Biden. So 1 year later, Kyiv stands. Biden makes unannounced trip to Kyiv ahead of Ukraine invasion anniversary. Pledges $500 million in military aid. Okay, let's move on further. तो हम लोग जानते हैं कहाँ पर हैं. So here is USA, and somewhere here you will find Washington DC, the capital of USA. From there actually he reached to Kyiv. So Kyiv is actually the capital city of, Kyiv ऐसे भी लिखते हैं, ऐसे भी लिखते हैं. It is the capital city of Ukraine. Now, I hope you are aware, if you are following the news for the past 1 year, Russia actually attacked Ukraine last year in February 2021. And since then, for the past 1 year, we are witnessing the war, Russia-Ukraine war. So yes, so almost 1 year is done, and that is why the president of USA was in Ukraine. So speaking alongside Mr. Zelensky, Mr. Biden called the fears nearly a year ago. Recall the fears nearly a year ago that Russia's invasion might quickly take the Ukrainian capital. तो उन्होंने कहा, तो US president said कि there were fears that Russia will capture the capital of Ukraine. But till now, even after 1 year, it has not happened. एक साल बाद भी कीव को कैप्चर पूरी तरह रशिया नहीं कर पाया, मतलब कैपिटल को. So 1 year later, Kyiv stands. Mr. Biden said, jamming his finger for emphasis on his podium, decorated with the US and Ukraine flags and all. And Ukraine stands, democracy stands, the American stand with you. That is what he said. So उन्होंने कहा, जो बाइडेन ने कहा कि अमेरिका जो है यूक्रेन के साथ स्टैंड करता है. So that is what Mr. Zelensky is pressing allies to speed up delivery of blessed weapon system and is calling on the West to deliver fighter jets to Ukraine. Okay, so that is what you are supposed to know. So आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि Mr. Zelensky is the is the Ukrainian president, and it is taking help from the other Western nations to fight the war against Russia. Okay, now since US president is in the news, this is a question for you. It says Joe Biden is the dash president of USA. Your options are 44th, 45th, 46th, 47. This type of questions were asked in previous year MH, CT, SLAT exam. सब में पूछ चुका है. So your time starts now. कौन से नंबर के राष्ट्रपति हैं आपको बताना है. Yes, the right answer actually to this question is, let me see how many of you can answer it. No one has answered. 46th president of USA. ठीक है. Yes, C is the right answer to this question. 46वें राष्ट्रपति है USA के Joe Biden, and he assumed the charge on 20th January 2021. So 2 years ago. हाँ. Yes, 46. Very good. Rashmikant, Oja, Zoya Khan, you all are right. जिन्होंने भी C आंसर किया, you all are right. These types of questions I have seen in MHCT exam. तो इस तरह के क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं वो, ठीक है. Now let's talk about another one. This type of question also I have seen in MHCT and CLAT exam. Joe Biden belongs to which political party? Your options are Republican Party, Labour Party, Conservative Party, Democrat Party. Your time starts now. Joe Biden जो कि यूएस के राष्ट्रपति हैं, he is a president of USA. He belongs to which political party of USA? Yes, the right answer actually to this question is a Democrat Party. देखो, these two are actually party belonging to UK, England की party ये दोनों. And Republican Party actually is from USA. This is from USA and this is from USA, right? Yes, the right answer is D. Rashmikant Oja, Tausif Raza Khan, Jia, Zoya, Vishal, Priya, you are right. Raj, Tausif, you are right. देखो, these are the two prominent parties of USA and this is the symbol of Democrat Party. Democrat Party, ठीक है, and this is the symbol of Republican Party. So just have an idea about it. Okay, so Republican Party से famous politician are actually Donald Trump, the former US president. Then you must have heard about George Bush. ये सब यहाँ से, ठीक है, Republican से. Democrat से famous person like there was Barack Obama was the president. He was from Democrat. The current president Joe Biden is also from Democrat Party. ठीक है, तो कुछ famous नाम्स पता होने चाहिए Democrat और Republican के. So this is the party symbol, ठीक है, of Democrat. And this is the party symbol. This is elephant and this is donkey. ठीक है. So just have an idea because maybe they will be asking in future. तो आपको पता होना चाहिए. Okay. और ये दो दोनों पार्टी है. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल कंजर्वेटिव पार्टी से ऋषि सुनक आते हैं. Who is ऋषि सुनक? He is the Prime Minister of UK. Yes. And he has some connection with India as well. I hope you are aware of that. है ना. So इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर जो है D है. I mean this question's answer. है ना. So just have an idea about that. Okay. First page पे आर्टिकल था छत्तीसगढ़ कांग्रेस लीडर्स फेस ईडी सर्चेस. ईडी मतलब I hope you are aware Enforcement Directorate. Enforcement Directorate. Okay. है ना. So some searches have happened and against the I think in Raipur, Chhattisgarh, right? So party calls an attempt to disrupt a plenary session and all. So these are political things. You are not supposed to gain detail. Just have an idea that yes, some enforcement directorate has raided some politicians' house and all. ठीक है, so बस इतना पता होना चाहिए. Now you are supposed to know about ED in detail. I mean ED, that is Enforcement Directorate, since it comes in the news again and again. That is why you should be knowing about ED, Enforcement Directorate. It comes under Home Ministry, Prime Minister's Office, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Finance. Your time starts now. Enforcement Directorate किसके अंडर में आता है? Yes, the right answer actually to this question is anyone? So apply the logic. So Enforcement Directorate actually deals with money laundering issue, money से related, right? तो होम मिनिस्ट्री का चांस थोड़ा सा कम लगता है, प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफिस भी हो सकता है, बट नो, द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ हायर आंसर, आई मीन चांसेस हाई इज एक्चुअली फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री. तो थोड़ा सा एलिमिनेशन से भी आंसर कर सकते हो आप. यू कैन ट्राई, बट ऑल द टाइम लॉजिक डज नॉट वर्क, आई एग्री, बट यस यू कैन ट्राई. यस, रश्मिकांत, तौसीफ रजा खान, जिया, जोया, रश्मिकांत, राज, कमलेश, यू आर राइट. Ministry of Finance is the right answer to this question. It comes under it comes under Department of Revenue. So under one ministry you will find different departments. This is Ministry of Finance है ना, so you will find different departments. So this one department is Department of Economic Affairs, then Department of Revenue. ठीक है, बहुत सारे डिपार्टमेंट होते हैं and there are many other departments. So Department of Revenue के अंदर भी ED आता है, Enforcement Directorate. Department of Economic Affairs deals with budget, economic survey and all. आपने सुना होगा, ठीक है. So just have an idea. And who is the director of it? So Mr. Sanjay Kumar Mishra, he is an IRS officer, Indian Revenue Service officer. Indian Revenue Service officer, that is called as IRS officer. ठीक है. So just have an idea about it. So this is Enforcement Directorate. 1st May 1946 it was formed. Now there is a question. It enforces which of the following laws? Since ED comes in the news again and again, that is why I am asking this question. It enforces which of the following laws? Your options are FEMA and PMLA, PMLA and UAPA, UAPA and FCRA, sedition and UAPA. Your time starts now. कौन से कानून को इन्फोर्स करता है ईडी? एक्चुअली दो क्या बल्कि तीन कानून है. सो जस्ट आंसर इट दिस क्वेश्चन. Yes, the right answer, देखो, you could have answered it. I have told you, enforcement directorate actually deals with money laundering, money control से related, पैसे से related चीजें. ठीक है. So sedition तो यहाँ पे होगा नहीं, chances कम है. UAPA के भी chances कम है. So the right answer is FEMA and PMLA, Foreign Exchange Management Act and Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So one is the right answer. Yes, Tawseef Khan, Amulya Raj, you all are right. देखो, एक है FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. So the second is Prevention of Money Laundering Act, and the third is Fugitive Economic Offenders Act. So these are the three laws related with, the Enforcement Directorate, which is enforced by Enforcement Directorate. Okay. So the right answer is A is the right answer. Yes, to this question. Yes, very good, Rashmikant Oja. Good. हाँ, ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. PMLA वगैरह पता होना चाहिए. मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग को स्टॉप करने के लिए फॉरेन एक्सचेंज मैनेजमेंट एक्ट क्या होता है. ये वाला बाद में बना गया था, फ्यूगिटिव इकोनॉमिक ऑफेंडर्स एक्ट. दिस वाज मेड आफ्टर दिस नीरव मोदी इंसिडेंट्स, व्हेन नीरव मोदी, मेहुल चौकसी, दे रैन अवे. आफ्टर दैट, मेहुल चौकसी एंड विजय माल्या, व्हेन दे रैन अवे, दे फॉर्म, दिस लॉ वाज पास्ड इन 2018 बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, फ्यूगिटिव इकोनॉमिक ऑफेंडर एक्ट. फ्यूगिटिव मतलब क्या होता है? हम लोग हिंदी में कहते हैं एब्सकॉन्डर, भगौड़ा, मींस द वन हु हैज रैन अवे. Economic offender means the one who has done crime related with finance, economics. So this law was made to ensure ki punishment should be done effectively, or things should be done very effectively to handle cases where actually the person runs away after taking loan or something like that, or after doing any financial fraud. So उसके लिए FEO बनाया गया था. It became very famous in 2018. Yes, हाँ. So FEMA, PMLA, and ये भी कह सकते हो Fugitive Economic Offenders Act. So these three laws are actually enforced by Enforcement Directorate. ठीक है, याद रहेगा? Yes. Okay. Let's move on further. Okay. Before moving on, guys, there's a small announcement. Those who are attempting CLAT this year, you should go for this course. Hardly 10 months is left. So we are providing 300 plus recorded videos, 300 plus hours of live session, 35 plus mock tests, etc. And if you have query, call on this number 953889567 पर call कर सकते हो. And there's a free workshop also, how to maximize CLAT preparation during holidays. 26 फरवरी को 7 PM पर we'll be having session with Abhimanyu sir. So the link is given in the description from where actually you can register for this class. Or you can download this app and go to CLAT section, and from where you will get a lot of content there. है ना? Now let's talk about editorials. ये 4 editorial हैं. This one is important. Slow progress for creating a safe workplace for women. This has been written by Mr. R.K. Vij, a former IPS officer, Indian Police Service officer, and he has written about slow progress for creating safe workplace for women. यानी बहुत धीरे progress हो रहा है. Means progress is not very fast, and still we are not able to create a safe workplace for women, so that there should not be any fear among women while she is coming out to do any job or any other company or something like that, whether it's government or private company. Okay, so that is what he is talking about this article. But before that, in the first passage, he has discussed about a guideline of the Supreme Court. So the question is, which of the following guidelines of the Supreme Court deals with sexual harassment at workplace? Your options are D.K. Basu guidelines, Vishakha guidelines, Aruna Shanbag case, none of the above. Your time starts now. अगर आपने पढ़ा होगा तो फर्स्ट पैसेज में ही उन्होंने डिस्कस किया है. He has discussed in the first passage this guideline of Supreme Court. Yes, actually it's a very famous one. I hope you all are aware. Vishakha guidelines. So B is the right answer to this question. B is the right answer. सबको like button press कर दो. We are seeing 12 likes, 21 is watching. So everyone please press the like button, guys. Yes. So the recent case of allegation of sexual harassment that some India's sportswomen are said to have faced have shocked us. So basically, the author is actually, yes, many people have answered. Zoya, Priya, Rashmikant, Amit, Amulya, Vishal, Gargi, Jia, you all were right. So basically, he is first referring to this. He recently, some wrestlers have put a sexual harassment allegation against the head or the president of Wrestling Federation of India, that is Mr. Brij Bhushan Sharma. So in this regard, actually, he is writing this article. कि कुछ allegation लगाया गया था, and they actually did a sit-in protest. So they were protesting in front of Jantar Mantar and all in the capital city. This shows that internal complaint committee does not function. Yes, that you are supposed to understand. In Vishakha guidelines, Supreme Court talked about setting up ICC, internal complaint committee. So in every company, in every actually private government company or every institution, there needs to be an internal complaint committee where the majority or more than half of members should be a female, and there should be a posh counselor and all should be there. So there are a lot of guidelines the Supreme Court has passed. So it means they must have tried to attempt to approach to the ICC within the Wrestling Federation of India, perhaps, or something like that. So that is what he is talking about. It is still not functional. नहीं तो वहां पर ये बात जाती ना. They might have raised, they had to come and protest publicly in front of the Jantar Mantar. So that is what he is saying, कि perhaps the idea of internal complaint committee is not working properly. Every company has this. ठीक है, किसी भी कंपनी में जाओगे, आप ज्वाइन करोगे, whether you are joining a private company or a government company, you will get to know that this is ICC, internal complaint committee, and these are the members, and more than half of the members would be female. So this will be related with to receive any complaint for women related to harassment and all. So हर कंपनी में चाहे प्राइवेट हो चाहे गवर्नमेंट हो ICC होता है. Especially we are talking about organized sector actually. हाँ. So the Vishakha guidelines on reporting harassment are meant to be followed by government and private institution equally. लिखा है ना उन्होंने कि चाहे वो सरकारी ऑफिस हो या प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूशन हो, इसको फॉलो करना कंपल्सरी. इट्स अ गाइडलाइन ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट. इन व्यूज ऑफ द सेंसिटिविटी ऑफ दिस इशू, यूनियन स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर कंस्टिट्यूटेड एन ओवरसाइट कमिटी. राइट. सो आपको पता होगा, so when the allegation came, the oversight committee was set up, which was led by Maricom. Right. This committee was set up by sports minister Mr. अनुराग ठाकुर. तो उन्होंने कमेटी बनाई. ठीक है. उस कमेटी के चेयरमैन मैरीकॉम, आई होप यू आर अवेयर, शी इज अ वेरी फेमस बॉक्सर, है ना. तो उनके हेड पे एक कमेटी बनाई. सो दैट इज व्हाट द ऑथर इज टॉकिंग अबाउट. नाउ द ऑथर इज टॉकिंग अबाउट अर्ली इन फरवरी लास्ट ईयर, a leading woman journalist celebrated her victory not because the accused person who was harassed was convicted, but she was acquitted of accusation of defamation. अब देखो ये क्या है, actually is talking about this case. See, what happened was there was a union minister of state for external affairs, Mr. MJ Akbar, and he was the minister of state for foreign affairs from 5th July 2016 to 17th October 2018. I hope many of you are aware that in 2018 the case of Me Too became very famous. So Me Too movement was happening in the USA. This I think when Tanushri Datta made these allegations, then after that actually Me Too started spreading even in India in 2018. And at that time actually a journalist named Priya Ramani, she put an allegation against her, against Mr. MJ Akbar in the public, and that is why MJ Akbar filed a defamation case. Defamation यानी हाँ बदनाम करने के लिए हाँ केस. So he filed a defamation case against Priya Ramani, and when actually this happened, when she put an allegation in October 2018, he had to resign also. Morally he had to resign because there was that actually it was coming very much in the news. MJ Akbar quits a day ahead of hearing in defamation case. So he resigned from the ministry and filed a defamation case against Miss Priya Ramani, the journalist. But finally, actually, what the court said in February last year, Delhi court acquits. Acquit means no charge, है ना? Proved innocent. So acquits Priya Ramani in MJ Akbar defamation case. So उल्टा MJ Akbar साहब ने केस कर दिया था defamation का प्रिया रमानी पर, लेकिन दिल्ली कोर्ट ने उनको acquit कर दिया प्रिया रमानी को. Okay, why? Because yes, here the court said yes, she has a choice. Even if the incident has happened decades back, still she can speak. तो ये बहुत पुरानी इंसिडेंट्स को उन्होंने बोला था. So she spoke in 2018, but the incident was I think 10, 15, 20 years back. So that is what the court said कि still yes, if she has seen, so she can speak and all. तो इसी पर था, तो इसी को डिस्कस कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. In February, a leading woman journalist celebrated her victory not because the accused person was harassed, was sexually convicted, but actually was convicted, but because she was acquitted of accusation of defamation. तो उन पर जो बदनामी के इल्जाम लगाया गया था कि प्रिया रमानी ने बदनाम करने के लिए किया गया, तो उसको कोर्ट ने खारिज कर दिया. The truth of victimization prevailed. It was held that a woman cannot punish for raising her voice against abuse. ठीक है. सो कोर्ट ने ये कहा कि उनको पनिशमेंट नहीं देना चाहिए औरत को, इसलिए कि उन्होंने अपनी बात कही है. सो दैट इज व्हाट इट सेज. So just have an idea about it. Then these are the laws. अपने डिटेल नहीं जाना. 354A, 509 sections. These are the sections under which, of course, the complaint can be filed against the person if a person is involved in such cases and all. ठीक है. So that is what it says. हाँ, विशाखा गाइडलाइन 1997 की है. इसको थोड़ा सा पढ़ लीजिएगा. Go and read about Vishakha guidelines of Supreme Court which happened in 1997. So now the author is talking about violence in the form of sexual harassment at workplace is both direct and structural. While in enabling environment for reporting, direct violence has shown a gradual improvement, indirect violence remains poorly addressed. ठीक है. So ये direct भी होता है और एक तरह से indirect भी होता है. So that is what he is talking about. कि direct harassment can be addressed to some extent, but indirect harassment is not addressed. It is more visible in the employment imbalance between men and women in organized place and all. तो ये चीज ये बता रहे हैं कि बहुत सारे ऑफिस में, in a lot of office, the number of men are very high as compared to female. Okay, so the next is still patriarchy is existing even actually in the within the family also. तो कुछ level of patriarchy अभी भी family के अंदर भी होती है. So that is what the author is talking about and all. So he has quoted a lot of surveys. इतना percentage वगैरह नहीं याद रखना है. No need to remember each and every percentage and all. That is not important. So basically the author is talking the absence of an enabling and safe working environment is one of the factors for the poor participation of women in labor force. So main reason why male are very much high as compared to women in workforce, one reason can be because of safety concerns. So in many cases the woman does not feel safe to work in an environment or any company, whether it's a private or a government. Okay, so that is what he's talking about. It is generally believed that the most women do not complain. Yes, do not complain of harassment and all. एक चीज ये भी है कि even if a female actually witnesses some harassment, she do not go and complain because of many reasons. She fears sometimes, let's say for example, if a female is working and a senior person or a senior officer or a senior functionary in a private or a government institution harasses, then in that case she fears that she might be fired or she may lose her job. ऐसा भी तो हो जाता है ना कि she is the only breadwinner or earner in a family. अकेली हैं जो कि कमाती हैं. अगर उन पर कुछ harassment हुआ, अगर उन्होंने कह दिया या बोल भी दिया, तो हो सकता है उनको नौकरी से निकाल दिया जाए. So these are the reasons why even a female fears many times that she might be removed from the job or she might face mental harassment if she do any complaint against a person in his or in her company, whether it's a private or a government company. So that is what these are the issues being highlighted here. ठीक है, तो इसी की बात वो कर रहे हैं. They are more vulnerable to exploitation by their employer as they can be easily threatened with their job continuity for indecent favors and all. हाँ, ये सब चीजें भी बहुत ज्यादा होती है. That is what is being talked about. Unless the mindset of treating men and women equally is developed at an early stage. हाँ, देखो होता क्या है, a person's character is built since childhood. बचपन से बनता है. किसी का नेचर जो होता है ना वो बचपन से बनता है. So this a child, when he sees, if a child is born in a family where there is patriarchy, so that child will be seeing the patriarchy. He will be seeing कि okay, against a discrimination against women, if he sees since childhood, he will consider it to be normal. तो अगर वो बचपन से देख रहा है, कोई मेल बच्चा है, अगर वो देख रहा है कि फीमेल के अगेंस्ट मान लीजिए डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हो रहा है, तो उसको नॉर्मल समझने लगेगा बड़ा होके. सो दैट इज व्हाट ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट, दैट अर्ली ग्रूमिंग ऑफ चाइल्ड इन सच अ वे टू इंश्योर कि इक्वल जस्टिस फॉर मेल एंड फीमेल इवन एट द फैमिली लेवल शुड बी डन सिंस चाइल्डहुड. बचपन से ही सिखाया जाना चाहिए, ये मेन चीज है. दैट इज व्हाट द आइडिया इज. यस, ऑफ कोर्स द मोरालिटी, व्हेनेवर मोरालिटी एंड एथिक्स cannot be taught at the age when a person has become adult. It is taught since childhood, है ना. इसे बचपन से सिखाया जाता है. स्कूल में छोटा बच्चा है, नर्सरी, प्रेप 1 2 स्कूल में सिखाया जाता है, ऑल राइट. हाँ, yes, that is what actually is talking about. Unless both parents respect each other and treat their girl child, boy child on par मतलब equally. So when the parents actually treats the son and daughter equally, then only they grow and learn to respect each other, है ना. तो जब बचपन में फैमिली में बेटा बेटी को इक्वली ट्रीट किया जाएगा, ऐसा जब वो देखेगा तभी ना लोग जो है रिस्पेक्ट करेगा, नहीं जो बेटा वो रिस्पेक्ट करेगा. अच्छा, इक्वालिटी होनी चाहिए नॉट. सो दैट इज व्हाट एक्चुअली इज बीइंग टॉक्ड अबाउट हियर. देन यस, व्हेन विशाखा गाइडलाइंस वाज पास्ड बाय सुप्रीम कोर्ट, आफ्टर दैट द गवर्नमेंट पास्ड दिस लॉ. ठीक है, सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट ऑफ वुमेन एट वर्क प्लेस प्रिवेंशन प्रोहिबिशन रेड्रेसल 2013. सो यू मस्ट बी अवेयर ऑफ इट. इसको आप याद रखिएगा. under this actually there is also law called as POSH Act, है ना, इसको ही पढ़िएगा। पॉश एक्ट क्या होता है, गूगल पे सर्च करके रीड अबाउट दिस, प्रिवेंशन ऑफ सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट एट वर्क प्लेस एक्ट, ठीक है। इंटरनल कंप्लेंट कमेटी इसको पढ़ी जाएगी, आईसीसी, व्हाट इज दैट, है ना, जस्ट हैव एन आइडिया अबाउट इट। सो इसी की उन्होंने बात कही है इन दिस एंड ऑल। सो बेसिकली दैट इज द केस। देखो साइड में एक आर्टिकल थी, जीएसटी अपैलेट ट्रिब्यूनल बनाया गया। सो नाउ एक्चुअली जीएसटी अपैलेट ट्रिब्यूनल हैज बीन मेड। नाउ देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन फॉर यू। GST Council is mentioned under which article of Indian Constitution? 279, 279 capital A, 319, 246. Your time starts now. सबको like button press कर दो. We are seeing 18 likes, 28 is watching. So सबको like button press कर दो. Everyone. What is the right answer, guys? Yes, the right answer actually to this question is Article 279 capital A. B is the right answer to this question. GST Council when it first amendment है और 279 capital A talks about GST Council. So GST Council actually decided to come up with GST Appellate Tribunal. Yes. So B is the right answer. Yes. Amulya Raj has answered me correctly. 279 capital A है, ठीक है। 279 capital A different है, हाँ। Yes, Amulya Raj, you are right. When it first amendment, yes, Gargi, right, very good. तो उसी की बात हो रही है ना। जीएसटी जो ओरिजिनली था वो वन नेशन वन टैक्स प्रॉमिस था, है ना, बट हाउएवर वी आर हैविंग आई थिंक डिफरेंट रेट्स, 5, 12, 18, 28, दीज आर द परसेंटेज, है ना, 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%. सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द टैक्स स्लैब्स. नाउ व्हेन आई एम सेइंग जीएसटी अपैलेट ट्रिब्यूनल, सो जीएसटी अपैलेट ट्रिब्यूनल हैज बीन मेड. तो एक तरह से ट्रिब्यूनल क्या होता है, एक तरह से सिमिलर टू अ कोर्ट सिस्टम होता है ना, एक तरह की अदालत होती है, थोड़ा सा फर्क होता है उसमें. So basically you can challenge any GST related issues and all so in this tribunal law, ठीक है। तो इसमें थोड़ा सा पढ़ लीजिएगा जाके, go and read it. देखो अब ये दोनों आर्टिकल है, these two are actually not very important, so I have skipped it. So if you are interested you go and read it, अपने से पढ़ लीजिएगा. But I found this article to be important. Opinion page पे आर्टिकल है, problems with data protection bill, ठीक है, पेज नंबर 7 पे. So this I will be discussing it, but before that I'll be asking some questions because it is related with this topic. Which of the following judgment of Supreme Court said right to privacy is a fundamental right? Your options are Shaira Bano case, KS Puttaswamy case, Vinod Dua case, none of the above. Your time starts now. कौन से सुप्रीम कोर्ट की जजमेंट ने कहा है कि राइट टू प्राइवेसी एक फंडामेंटल राइट है? Actually why I am discussing it because data protection यहीं से स्टार्ट होता है. So the Supreme Court in 2017 in case Puttaswamy versus Union of India case B, option B, yes, Zoya Khan, very good, said कि right to privacy is a fundamental right. Rashmikant Oja, Zoya Khan, Jia Kiri, you all right. Tausif Raza Khan, B is the right answer to this question. Yes, Vishal Kumar, B is the right answer. Now the next one is Supreme Court said right to privacy is a fundamental right under which article of Indian Constitution? Your options are Article 14, Article 19, Article 21, Article 25. Your time starts now. कौन से आर्टिकल के अंदर राइट टू प्राइवेसी एक फंडामेंटल राइट है? तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कौन से आर्टिकल की तरफ इशारा किया था? यस, विशाल, रश्मिकांत, यू ऑल वे राइट. पुट्टास्वामी केस. आर्टिकल का नाम बताओ, विच आर्टिकल? सो बेसिकली आर्टिकल 21 ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन सेड राइट टू प्राइवेसी इज अ फंडामेंटल राइट अंडर राइट टू लाइफ. तो है ना, राइट टू लाइफ, लेट मी राइट. सो राइट टू लाइफ. So Supreme Court said right to life also means right to privacy. यही Supreme Court ने कहा था कि right to life under Article 21 includes right to privacy, right to live with dignity, right to privacy. A lot of things are actually coming under Article 21. बहुत सारी चीजें Article 21 के अंडर आती है. Yes, please press the like button, guys. We are seeing 20 likes, 29 is watching. So सबको like button press करते जाओ and subscribe to our channel. नीचे subscribe का बटन है, so subscribe करते जाना. Now, after this, when the judgment was passed, when the Supreme Court passed the judgment related with Puttaswamy case, the government set up a committee to draft a data protection bill. So, what is the name of that committee? Ranjan Gogoi Committee, V.N. Sri Krishna Committee, Veerappa Moily Committee? None of the above. Your time starts now. बताइए. What is the right answer? Waiting for the answers. So actually B.N. Sri Krishna committee, Justice B.N. Sri Krishna is a former Supreme Court judge. So committee was set up, Justice B.N. Sri Krishna committee was set up. So B is the right answer to this question. Yes, Amit, is right. ठीक है, so just have an idea about it. So he recommended data protection bill, and but actually many of his I think recommendation were not followed. In fact, Justice B.N. Krishna was not actually very happy with the data protection bill and all. Okay, so but just have an idea. B is the right answer. Yes, Namra, Priya, Tausif Raza, you all are right. Now this draft has been put in the public domain. This is the actually bill we are coming up with, and you are supposed to respond to that. Okay, so digital personal data protection bill with the state purpose of providing for the processing of digital personal data in a manner that recognizes both the rights of individual to protect their personal data and the need, etc. and all. So the author are actually heavily criticizing this bill. They are criticizing this draft. So this is what their opinion is. So they have said, they have talked about right to privacy, right? Data protection का मतलब क्या होता है? Where do you protect your data? Data means like Facebook पे आपका data होगा, WhatsApp पे data होगा and all. So that needs privacy. I mean, to ensure कि your data is protected, your privacy is protected, data protection is the key. Draft मतलब होता है कि they have made a draft and they have not passed the law, they have put it in public domain and you are supposed to respond. They ask public opinion. उसको ड्राफ्ट बना के कहते हैं. ड्राफ्टेड मतलब बिल बना के रख दिया है, पब्लिक वेबसाइट पे डाल दिया है, आप उस पर अपनी प्रतिक्रिया दीजिए कि ये इश्यूज है. ठीक है, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ड्राफ्टिंग अ बिल एंड पुटिंग इट इन पब्लिक डोमेन. So there are at least 4 reasons why the bill must go through a process of rigorous pre-legislative consultation. So they are saying that there are a lot of कई सारे 4 reasons है जहां पर issues है. So they have actually raised the concerns or they have actually put the criticism and all. First is they are saying that the bill is diluting RTI, Right to Information Act. So right to information is a fundamental right according to the Supreme Court. ठीक है. So they are saying actually because it holds government accountable, है ना, कि आप कोई भी गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट में इंफॉर्मेशन मांग सकते हो, तो इससे एक तरह से गवर्नमेंट को ट्रांसपेरेंसी जवाबदेही बनती है उससे, है ना. गवर्नमेंट हैज शोन दैट इफ पीपल स्पेशली द पुअर, experience has shown that people especially poor get the information related to a welfare program that is very beneficial for them. हाँ, एक्सपीरियंस ये बताता है कि अगर गरीब को इंफॉर्मेशन मिल जाएगी सही गवर्नमेंट स्कीम से रिलेटेड तो उनको बहुत फायदा होता है. मान लो गरीब है, उसको पता ही नहीं है कि सरकार की बहुत सारी स्कीम आ रही है, उसको पता ही नहीं, तो बेचारा कैसे जाके अवेल करेगा. तो गरीब को पता भी तो होना चाहिए कि सरकार मेरे लिए बेनिफिट स्कीम ला रही है, तो हम जाएं सरकारी दफ्तर में अप्लाई करें, उससे फायदा उठाएं. राइट. So information is very important. That is what they are saying. They are actually information is very important. That is what they are actually highlighting. They are giving examples of National Food Security Act and all. So according to them, this bill actually is diluting RTI. उनके हिसाब से RTI को कमजोर कर रहा है RTI को. That is what they have said. So then actually RTI includes, हाँ, अब देखो ये है कि Section 8(1)(j) of RTI talks about in order to invoke the section to deny personal information, at least one of the following grounds has to be: the information sought has no public relationship or public interest or is such warranted, etc. and all. So yes, RTI means you can ask information from the government, but there are some restrictions. You cannot actually ask the information which violates someone else's privacy, है ना. So there are some regulations. जैसे information जब आप मांगते हो RTI के अंदर तो some restrictions होता है, जैसे सिक्योरिटी ऑफ स्टेट से रिलेटेड थिंग है, नेशनल इंटरेस्ट से रिलेटेड थिंग है, तो वो आपको नहीं रिवील किया सकता है. सो देयर आर सम रिस्ट्रिक्शंस. यस, दैट इज व्हाट इज बीइंग टॉक्ड अबाउट. ठीक है. A key provision for limiting exemption is which state information cannot be denied to the parliament or a state shall not be denied to any person. हाँ, ये कहा जा रहा है कि अगर कोई पार्लियामेंट को इंफॉर्मेशन मांग रही है, यानी पार्लियामेंट को एमपी मांग रहा है, अगर वो इंफॉर्मेशन देने के लायक है तो वो इंफॉर्मेशन सिटीजन को भी दिया जा सकता है. ठीक है. दैट इज व्हाट द आइडिया इज. Yes, 2005 में RTI पास हुआ था. Is it clear? So if someone is, if in a parliament an MP is asking questions and that information can be revealed in parliament, then of course it can be revealed to a personal single citizen also if a citizen is asking through RTI. अगर कोई को सवाल पूछा गया और मिनिस्टर साहब को पता है कि ये पब्लिक में बोला जा सकता है, ये सीक्रेट नहीं है, तो वो सवाल अगर कोई RTI के माध्यम से सरकार से पूछ रहा है, कोई कॉमन आदमी MP ना भी हो तो भी उसको जवाब दिया सकता है, इसलिए कि वो भी पब्लिक डोमेन में. सो वेदर यू आर मिनिस्टर इज आंसरिंग इन पार्लियामेंट और इट इज रिस्पॉन्डिंग थ्रू द RTI, बोथ आर एक्चुअली इन द पब्लिक डोमेन. ठीक है. तो दोनों तो पब्लिक डोमेन में होता है. तो अगर MP साहब ने कोई पार्लियामेंट में सवाल पूछा, उसका जवाब अगर सरकार दे रही है, वही सिमिलर क्वेश्चन अगर कोई नागरिक पूछ रहा है RTI फाइल करके, तो उसको भी मिलना चाहिए, है ना. दैट इज व्हाट द केस. देयर आर सेवरल जुडिशियल प्रोनाउंसमेंट रिलेटेड विद RTI एंड ऑल. फिर एक जस्टिस AP शाह कमेटी बनी थी. जस्टिस AP शाह इज अ फॉर्मर एक्स दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट चीफ जस्टिस. So under him a committee was set up related with privacy and all. ठीक है, just have an idea about it. So Privacy Act should clarify that publication of personal data for public interest and disclosure of information as required by RTA should not constitute an information infringement of privacy. हाँ, अगर पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट मतलब ये हुआ कि आप जो है अगर मान ली गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट है, कोई इंफॉर्मेशन रिवील कर रहा है ना, तो ऐसा इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं रिवील करे जिससे किसी की प्राइवेसी वॉयलेट हो जाए. यस, दैट इज व्हाट इट सेज. प्राइवेसी एक्ट शुड क्लैरिफाई पब्लिकेशन ऑफ पर्सनल डेटा फॉर पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट एंड डिस्क्लोजर ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन एज रिक्वायर्ड बाय आरटीआई should not constitute infringement of privacy. Means revealing of information does not violate privacy of one person or an officer or something like that. किसी की privacy ना violate हो जाए, ये भी ख्याल रखना है ना. Third, the government is the biggest data repository. It was imperative that oversight body needs to be set up, which has to be actually independent. तो होता क्या है, एक बोर्ड बना गया, डेटा प्रोटेक्शन बोर्ड है ना. Okay. Now इस बोर्ड को according to the author they should be actually independent of governments. कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से इंडिपेंडेंट होना चाहिए because they are oversight committee. तो जैसे जुडिशरी इंडिपेंडेंट होती है, should not be influenced by the government. So similarly they are saying कि data protection board should also be independent, but that is not the case. Why? Because central government determines their strength. तो गवर्नमेंट ही उनको चुन रही है, उन्हीं को कंपोजिशन कर रही है, उन्हीं का अपॉइंटमेंट एंड रिमूवल हो रहा है. So it is the government who is responsible for appointing or removing a member or member in chairman in data protection board. So the data protection board cannot be considered as completely independent. So उन्होंने कहा है, the author says कि they should be completely independent like judiciary and all. हाँ 2005 में आया था, I think. Yes, हाँ RTI, right अमित. हाँ. So further, chief executive responsible for managing the board is appointed by the government, which gives government direct control over institution. तो ये कह रहे हैं कि गवर्नमेंट का कंट्रोल नहीं होना चाहिए, बल्कि वो इंडिपेंडेंट होना चाहिए. जैसे इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया इंडिपेंडेंट है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट इंडिपेंडेंट है, डिफरेंट हाई कोर्ट्स दे आर इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ गवर्नमेंट, CAG इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ गवर्नमेंट है. So similarly, this should be according to them independent of the government. So appointment and removal process should be independent from the government. ठीक है, so that is what they are saying. So then they are saying कि only 33% of women in India use internet. एक इशू ये भी है कि अगर जो इंटरनेट नहीं एक्सेस करते हैं उनको कैसे इंफॉर्मेशन मिलेगा, है ना. So if they are saying only 33% female access internet, so 67% are left. तो अगर आपको इंटरनेट नहीं चलाने आता है तो आपको डेटा प्रोटेक्शन से रिलेटेड कोई मतलब ही नहीं बचा फिर. So that is what they have discussed and all. ठीक है, तो यही है बेसिक थिंग, they have discussed it. Now ये वाले आर्टिकल थोड़ा सा इंपॉर्टेंट है, वी आर डिस्कसिंग दिस वन. ठीक है. Now law to raise marital age is not enough as enforcement is poor. देखो अब होता क्या है कि जाया जेटली कमिटी रिकमेंडेड है ना कि एज ऑफ मिनिमम एज फॉर मैरिज फॉर गर्ल्स शुड बी एज इंक्रीज फ्रॉम 18 to 21. But practical implementation is not there. Even there are a lot of female who are getting married at the age less than 18. ठीक है, तो सिर्फ कानून बनाने से नहीं होता. अगर आप देखोगे, देखो लेस देन 18 में अब देखो रेड वाला है 30%. तो अब आप देख रहे हो, यू आर सीइंग इट, दिस इज बिहार. सो लगभग 30% वुमेन दे आर गेटिंग मैरिड बिफोर 18, इवन इन वेस्ट बंगाल, इवन इन त्रिपुरा. आर यू सीइंग इट? सो दैट इज व्हाट अ वेरी सीरियस इशू. सो इवन इफ यू आर सीइंग ये वाला 21 to 30, तो इतना बड़े ह्यूज एरिया में, सो द less than 18 years girls are actually getting married, their percentage is almost 21 to 30%. इतनी बड़ी आबादी है जिसमें चाइल्ड मैरिज हो रहा है, 18 से कम उम्र की बच्ची की शादी हो रही है. सो दिस वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट 18 years. नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट व्हेन वी आर इंक्रीजिंग इट टू 21, तब तो और ज्यादा हो जाएगा. यू आर सीइंग इट 60%, मींस द इन बिहार, झारखंड एंड वेस्ट बंगाल, ऑल मोर देन 60% गर्ल्स आर एक्चुअली गेटिंग मैरिड बिफोर 21. आप समझो, आधे से ज्यादा लड़की की शादी 21 से पहले हो जाती है. सो लेट्स से वी इंक्रीज द मिनिमम मैरिज एज फ्रॉम लेट्स से 18 to 21, तब तो उसको इंप्लीमेंट करना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा. आधे से ज्यादा लड़कियों की शादी 21 से पहले हो जा रही है ये सब रीजन में, आप समझ हो. एंड इन दीज रीजन एक्चुअली ऑलमोस्ट 50% गर्ल्स गेट मैरिड बिटवीन दिस. ठीक है. सो विलेज एरिया में इफ यू सी, देखो अर्बन एरियाज में नहीं होता है. अर्बन एरियाज में जनरली गर्ल गेट मैरिड इवन आफ्टर 25, इवन 30+, 35+ एज वेल. बट इफ यू सी द रूरल एरियाज, the picture is something different, and a majority of India's almost 69% Indians live in rural areas. अभी भी गांव में 2011 के सेंसस के हिसाब से बड़ी तादाद गांव में रहती है. So if you talk about this, then of course enforcement is the most important thing, है ना. तो ये उन्होंने कहा है कि सिर्फ कानून बनाने is not enough. Enforcement is very poor. In practical level, it is not actually being enforced. That is what the idea is. Then this is the article, Kamal Kanturi, the former The Hindu journalist, passed away. So just have an idea about it. एक और चीज है, new CEO of Niti Aayog has been made. So after the class is over, please write in the comment, static comment, who is the new CEO of Niti Aayog. Right? लिखिएगा, ठीक है? And then ये वाला आपको पता होगा कि जो Biden is actually in Ukraine and all, we have discussed in the initial portion of this class. ठीक है? So here is Ukraine, यहाँ पे Kyiv है, and he is here right now. So this is all about today's class. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, and download the BYJU'S exam prep app. So thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.